In this installment, we have a 12-game jam-packed slate for Wednesday on DraftKings and Fanduel. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Wednesday night slate on DraftKings and FanDuel. 12 games, so super jam packed. I'm going to narrow it down for you, giving you the top plays at each and every position, giving you some value plays and the lock of the night. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetJetsD. If you are a current viewer and not currently a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Right now, we're at 769. The goal is 1K. 1K will be the cash giveaway, giving you guys cash so you can go on DraftKings, FanDuel, if you want to do Sportsbook, whatever you like. Okay, I'm going to give you some money so you can do that. All right, now let's get into this crazy slate on Wednesday. I don't know if I've seen 12 games on a Wednesday before, but hey, we are going to break it down. And starting off with the point guard position, we're going with someone that's been very consistent, taking advantage of these injuries. And I started off the video with him the past couple of days, and he hasn't let us down. So if it ain't broke, why fix it? The guy I'm talking about is Cameron Payne. Yet again, 46 fantasy points against the Knicks, 39.5 fantasy points against the Milwaukee Bucks. And now in this game that just recently finished, going up against the Orlando Magic, we had Cameron Payne come in with another double-double, okay? Another double-double. 18 points, 2 steals, 12 assists, and 6 rebounds. This man, he's not priced right, all right? He's playing at the capabilities of a 7K and above point guard. The numbers that he's putting up are pretty good. And obviously, you're seeing how deep this Phoenix Suns team is. All right, doesn't matter who is out, they're putting in players and they are producing. So Cameron Payne at 6,500 is definitely way too cheap. Going against the Miami Heat, which is going to be another competitive game. I don't expect them to get blown out. Like, as long as this game is staying close, Phoenix is a well-oiled machine. They have structure. They are putting things together. Cameron Payne is assisting at a high rate. I love what I'm seeing out of him. Love Cameron Payne at point guard. Another guy we can look at. All right, and this is going to be just if Anthony Simons is going to be out, but we can look at Brandon Williams, point guard for the Portland Trailblazers. He's come in, obviously off the bench in previous games against Phoenix, Denver, and the Warriors, but since Anthony Simons had his little injury and has been out for that previous game against Minnesota, he has showed up and produced 49 fantasy points, 27 real points, 4 steals, 1 block, 2 assists, and 8 rebounds against Minnesota. And then came through with another solid performance against Minnesota in that first part of the double-double of the doubleheader, where it was 21 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. So obviously they priced him correctly. Now we're only going to pay this price if he is going to be named as the starter, okay? This is if Anthony Simons is out, okay? Just please watch that. You got to be careful. Pay attention to Twitter. Pay attention to anywhere you get your NBA starting lineups, okay? I use RotoWire. A lot of people use NBC Sports. You can get information anywhere, okay? Now, moving over to the shooting guard position, we are going to look at Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics right here, going against the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I gave you guys some plays against the Charlotte Hornets in the previous video, and they've done great. I'll speak about one of those a little bit later when we get to another position I'm going to talk about. But Charlotte Hornets play no defense at all, and we're getting Jaylen Brown at a very cheap price because he is back from his ankle injury, and he really has not been priced to where he was supposed to be. So if you're looking back in the past couple month and a half, you see 9,200, 9,000, 9,100, 9,700, 10,000. Jaylen Brown was very, very highly priced. So you're technically getting $2,000 in salary savings going with Jaylen Brown right now. Obviously, you just had a big game from Jason Tatum. A lot of eyes are going to be on him. But do not forget about the second best player on this team, and that is Jaylen Brown, knocking down three balls, playing efficiently on both sides of the ball as well. So I love him at 8,000. Just like how we took advantage of Zach LaVine at a cheap price, we're going to take advantage of Jaylen Brown at his current price at 8,000. The next player I'm going to speak about is going to be DeAndre Hunter. All right, DeAndre Hunter for the Atlanta Hawks, small forward position, going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. This man, he is definitely a 3-and-D type of guy coming from college. He has that defensive background, so he's bringing it over to the Atlanta Hawks. Perfect fit for their offense right now, and he's getting well over starters minutes and at well, not even at below 5,000, 4,800 in salary in what should be a competitive game against the Milwaukee Bucks, who's going to be on the second leg of a back-to-back. So this should be a very tightly contested game against the Atlanta Hawks. Look at these minutes for DeAndre Hunter. 37, 35, 36, 38. All that, that's a lot of opportunity for someone that can knock down the three ball, play solid defense, and hopefully we just need him to chip in on the boards. And he really, really can excel. He was doing great last year with a lot of 30 and 40-point performances, DraftKings wise. He's finally getting acclimated, getting fully healthy into this offense. If Kevin Huerter is out, you're going to expect a little more usage for DeAndre Hunter as well. So definitely like the prospects of Hunter. You can look at Hunter as pretty much a Dorian Finney-Smith of the Atlanta Hawks, okay? He's going to be very up and down, but in these specific games where it's going to be tightly contested, they need his defense. He's going to come through with big performances and get you 30 to 40 DraftKings points. Dorian Finney-Smith is very, very similar in that way. So I like DeAndre Hunter at 4,800. Now, let's move over to the power forward position, and I'm going with another Atlanta Hawk against the Milwaukee Bucks, and that is John Collins. And this is another discrepancy in price. 6,000 for John Collins. When, where, and why? This should not happen at all. His salary actually got bumped down from what I told you in that previous video that he was going to receive starters minutes. 32 minutes against Detroit, came through with a double-double. So another gem that came through in John Collins, 17-11 with 2 assists. Let's go back to the well, and they went back under 6,100, went down to 6,000 in salary. This is a 7K and above type of player. Upside is there, can knock down a three, can play defense, can rebound at a very high rate. I love John Collins going up against the Milwaukee Bucks, all right, at 6,000. So very solid play right there. Let's go over to our center position. And remember, I did speak about someone that is going off against the Charlotte Hornets, and we're at the center position. I'm loving Robert Williams. So let's look back at what I told you yesterday, and that was Andre Drummond. I gave you Andre Drummond as a play for the center position. And if you looked at his box score, he had horrible games, okay? 16 minutes, 17 minutes. It's understandable, but you got to pick and choose your matchups, and the Charlotte Hornets are a golden matchup. Now look at Andre Drummond. 20 real points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 14 rebounds. That is an old school double-double Andre Drummond against the Charlotte Hornets. Now we get a similar situation where you have the Charlotte Hornets going up against a very explosive big man in Robert Williams, who definitely cleans up the boards and blocks shots at a very high rate. Give me Robert Williams at 7,100 salary. Solid game against Brooklyn, Memphis. He came through with 42 fantasy points against the Pacers. He came through with pretty much another 40 fantasy point game. His previous 2 matchups against Charlotte were 39 fantasy points. So The 40 bomb is going to be there in the back pocket. He can probably go over that because of how explosive he is. Look at these numbers: 10, 5, 2, and 8, 10, 3, 3, and 12. He's providing rebounds, points, blocks, steals, assists. He's doing a little bit of everything. This can be a very nice mid-range price center to go for on Wednesday. All right. Now let's go over to FanDuel and let's get through our value plays and the lock of the night. All right. First value play I'm going to speak about will be Markelle Fultz at $3,000 and 3,700 on FanDuel. And if you're looking at him on DraftKings, you're seeing Markelle Fultz at $500 more at 4,200. Now, this play is predicated if Jalen Suggs will be out. He was out today on Tuesday. We'll see if he'll make the game against the Pelicans. If he is out, then we'll definitely go back to that well, especially on FanDuel because he's below 4,000. He's getting around 15 to 20 minutes, but very productive minutes, and that's what we're looking at with Markelle Fultz. The next value play we're going to look at will be Emmanuel Quickly at 5,400 on FanDuel. And on DraftKings, if you're looking at Quickly, they priced him up actually, they didn't. 5,100, even cheaper on DraftKings. I love him as a play on here. I gave you him as a play yesterday, and he came through fully. All right. Against the Clippers, 47 fantasy points, 21, 6, and 10. You thought that was over? No. Sacramento was one of the worst defensive teams in the league, and he came through yet again as the sixth man, bringing the New York Knicks back from from like a 20-point double-digit deficit. Came through with 27 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. That is 43 fantasy points. And now on FanDuel, we're going to play him again at 5,400, going up against Dallas, which should be a very competitive game. You see the Knicks are playing hard. Could be on a 3-game winning streak if they didn't lose by that buzzer beater. But now they have a little bit of mojo going into Dallas, and they're going to need their sixth man in Emmanuel Quickly to definitely compete with the red-hot Mavericks. All right. The next player we're going to look at will be Jay Crowder at 6,100. Power forward, small forward. If you're looking at him on DraftKings, his price is a little bit cheaper. If I want to just double check, yes, he is 5,600 on DraftKings. This is another 3-and-D guy. When you're looking for that small forward, power forward position, you're looking for 3-and-D guys that are, off the radar. They stay in their corner. They knock down their shots and provide peripherals. So what Jay Crowder has been doing since Booker and Chris Paul has been out and Cam Johnson, putting up solid numbers against Milwaukee, 19, 7, and 5. That's what I really like to see. He got a price bump from there, but this is a game going against his former team. I really expect him to be, do his usual, stay at that 3-point line and knock down big shots, play solid defense against Jimmy Butler. And Jay Crowder is a very nice small forward, power forward that we're going to look for on Wednesday. All right. I have one more value play for you guys, and that is Mo Bamba at the center position going up against the New Orleans Pelicans, who struggle against centers, which is very shocking. Now, if Jalen Suggs is out, they're going to rely on some other guys. It can't all just be Cole Anthony. They have R.J. Hampton. He's not that reliable. Franz Wagner has been solid as a rookie. But Mo Bamba has stepped up and had some big games this year. Can knock down the three. Finally getting the opportunity to start for this team since Vucevic is finally gone with the Chicago Bulls. Mo Bamba has some big upside against Indiana. You see 19 and 12, a nice double-double there. He went 2 for 2 from the three-point line. This center here is very explosive. 2 for 4 from 3 against Memphis. 2 for 2 against Indiana. If we go back a little bit further, he has some solid games against Utah and Portland. So at 5,500 in a prime matchup against the New Orleans Pelicans with an injured lineup, they should be leaning toward some of their other guys like Franz Wagner and even Mo Bamba at his current price at 4,700 on FanDuel. Now, let's get to our lock of the night. And the lock of the night will be Luka Doncic going up against the New York Knicks. And Doncic is home at 11,100. this is going to be the lock of the night. I love him in this game, especially with the Knicks playing tough. Obviously, Jokic is in a great spot against Sacramento. You got Giannis against Atlanta. That could be another spot. But what I'm seeing from Doncic is he's taking his game to a whole nother level. With Kristaps Porzingis gone, he's been putting more of the weight on his shoulders. You got Dinwiddie coming off the bench, which is solid. But look at these games, the last past 2 games against the Warriors and the Utah Jazz. Back-to-back 70 bombs. I do not want to miss the boat. And against the Knicks, who should be competing and playing tough, Luka Doncic should be able to put up solid numbers against this team. All right, 41, 9 and 10, 35, 7 and 16. Why not have Luka Doncic go for a triple double tomorrow on Wednesday? That will be the lock of the night. Luka Doncic. Guys, let me know down below if you have any other suggestions at the positions that I just spoke about: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, a value play, or even a different lock. Let me know in that comment section down below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessNSD. And also, before I go, tomorrow will be a bets video, okay? Bets video is going to be 2 games on Thursday. I'll be putting out a bets video for you guys. Remember, I'm going to be mixing it in, all right? It's still, I give picks, but this is also a betting channel. So I'm going to give you DraftKings and Fanduel one day, betting the next day, and we'll go back and forth just like that, all right? Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out.